If you just watched that video on downs, you might have heard me use a few terms like running and passing. And so that's what I want to look at in this video, is what do these things mean? Because really what this all gets back to is how do you gain yardage? Because after all, you can't score without moving down the field. So let's take a look at how you move down the field. So when your team is on offense, as we have this offensive team set up here, when your team's on offense, you have two options of how to move the ball forward. And the first one is called rushing, or sometimes you might just hear it called a run. And then the second option is to pass the ball. So it's either one or the other. Basically every play will result, it'll either be a rush or it'll be a pass. And so let's take a look at rushing first. You see our two running backs here in the backfield, is what we call the area behind the quarterback, or behind the offensive line. And so remember, the ball will be here in the middle with our center, and he's going to snap it back to our quarterback. And everything really goes through the quarterback. The play will be called out by probably the coach, and he'll tell the quarterback, and then the team, you'll probably see them huddle up before the play, and then the quarterback will explain to all 11 guys, this is the play we're going to do, and then they will all run up to their position and get ready, because they don't want the defense to know what's coming. They don't want them to know if it's going to be a rush or a pass, and if it is, which direction is it going to go. So our running backs probably look a little different than they did in the position video. I think they were lined up and call this the I formation. But again, there's no, they don't have to stand in a specific spot. So they can move around a little bit. There's some restrictions, but for the most part, they can move where they want to. We'll get into all the more detailed stuff later on. So for a rushing play, typically the guy who's going to be running is the halfback. And remember, it's kind of confusing because the halfback actually stands further back than the fullback, and the fullback is the guy in the middle. Sometimes the team, again, they won't even have a fullback. Maybe they have a third wide receiver or something like that. For this play, let's say we have our fullback, we have our halfback. So the center is going to snap the ball to the quarterback, and then the quarterback, he's going to turn around, and the halfback's going to is going to start running forward, and then as he's going by the quarterback is going to hand the ball off to the halfback. And so we would call this a handoff. And then the fullback will probably run up, and he will block for the halfback, because all these guys are, the offensive line especially, they're a bunch of big guys, so they're going to get up there and they are going to push the defense back as far as they can, so the halfback has room, because the halfback is usually a smaller guy, he's really fast, and so he's going to get that ball and he's going to run as far as he can down the field. And so it might make a little more sense if you actually see it happening. So this is our quarterback here with the ball. He got the ball from the center, turn around, and then he's going to hand it off. You can see he's physically going to put the ball into the chest of the halfback, and so he's going to give him the ball. And then we see our fullback out here in front. He's going up to block. So that's our quarterback handing off to the halfback. So that's a rush play right there. So that's rushing. And so the halfback, it will be probably designed in the play that the coach calls where he's going to run. So is he going to run straight up behind the line, or is he going to try to get outside? And it could be to either side. Maybe kind of a kind of related play would be, rather than actually handing the ball off, he would pitch, the quarterback would pitch the ball to the running back. So maybe the running back would start out going toward the outside, and the quarterback would kind of underhand toss him the ball, and he would catch it and keep going. So that would be a pitch play. But really, those are all rushing plays. So that's one way to do it, to gain yardage. As we said then, the other way is to pass the ball. And so to pass the ball is going to involve the quarterback physically throwing the ball through the air. And so it will usually be thrown to one of these guys, to his wide receivers. Maybe sometimes the tight end will have the ball thrown to him. So again, before the play, the coach is going to call in the play, and the quarterback's going to tell everybody. And when he tells them, he'll probably tell them in some kind of code that they understand. And so that will then determine which routes the wide receivers run. So kind of like the rusher or the running back, he can run to either side or wherever he wants to. The wide receivers, they can run wherever they want to, too. So once the play starts, maybe the wide receiver on the right will go out and he'll run across, and then maybe the wide receiver on the left, he'll just run straight as fast as he can down the sidelines. Maybe the tight end, he'll kind of peel out over in this direction. And so then the quarterback, so all these things are happening at the same time, and then and this all starts again when the center snaps the ball to the quarterback. That's when the play starts. That's when all these guys will start running. Maybe the running back is even involved in the play. He can go out, he can try to receive a pass too, or they can block as well. So the quarterback will get the ball. He'll take a few steps back. We call it dropping back, and he'll look for a wide receiver who is open, and that basically just means that does he think he can throw the wide receiver the ball without having the defense either knock it down or catch it themselves, and that would be an interception. We'll look at that in the next video, what an interception is. But so the quarterback, he's going to drop back. He's going to look for his open receiver, and he's going to throw the ball through the air. That receiver is going to come across, catch the ball, and then as soon as he catches the ball, he's going to start running again, because he's trying to gain as much yardage as possible. So he's going to turn upfield and try to run. Obviously, the defense will be trying to stop him, so they'll grab him and try to pull him down and tackle him as soon as they can. So again, with the picture, here's a quarterback dropping back, and he's looking for his wide receiver who's open, and then on the other end, the receiving end, not all plays will be this close. Sometimes it'll be a real quick pass, but this one, it looks like the receiver here, he's obviously has to jump in the air over the defender. It looks like here who's trying to stop him, so the receiver looks like he's going to catch it here, and looks like he's going to go on to a touchdown. So those are the two ways then, the rush, or the pass, and the rush. Those are the two ways that you can move the ball down the field.